If you have not already, please subscribe today.
Something new. You waited for someone to save you and left me all alone. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall, but we only heard one
this almost never-ending argument. Eventually, Sylvia steps in and tries to dispute the situation, but that didn't exactly go as planned.
I'm saying things I don't believe. The facts rising up in me. You want to tell me something new. You wait for someone to save you and left me all alone. I want to tell you something new.
My childhood crush, well, childhood friend Tracy joined us at the bar. She seemed excited about something. I don't think she recognized or even remembered me. It was years ago, and I look a lot different from how I did back then. Anyway, I could tell she must have reconnected with Sylvia, but maybe because they were more alike than her and myself. Okay, so call me cliche, but I ran over to Travis to give him my number. I didn't exactly see any harm in this. He seemed pretty cool. I mean, he was cute. Who wouldn't want to fling with him? But something was telling me that he was too much of a player, and I don't have time for games. Oh my gosh, it finally registered in my memory at that moment. At that very moment, Tracy had a slightly older brother. I couldn't remember his name or face that well until I saw the two of them standing next to one another. Anyway, my attention was primarily set on, I think his name was Exodus Black, a sexy, slender Irishman who was very respectful. I went to tell him goodbye. As I had to hurry home, he offered to walk me to the door. Such a gentleman. Once I left the bar, I bolted home before my father's strict curfew. You see, I'm not exactly from around here. Nowhere close. I don't have a car, so most of the time I'm either walking or taking the taxi to my locations. The city buses doesn't even come to my end of town. Let's just say I don't live in a residential area of what I could only wish for. Steadily went on as I tried my hardest to get there. My home is like a private community, full of majority of my family, and sometimes that can be annoying. We all basically share each other's things, walk into one another's homes, and look out for each other. I have 2 older sisters who don't give a fuck about me though. Lots of uncles, a lazy, careless mother. My aunt is like a big kid due to her mental disorder. We have stray animals. And then there's my dad, the devil. So small that I have to share a closet in my father's room. Anyway, since my life here is so controlled and boring, I usually get on my computer for social networking and hookups. I reached out to Sylvia to see if I could come stay the night at her place tonight. Maybe have a girls' night. She said yes. And as you can imagine, I couldn't wait. Remember when I mentioned I had a curfew and I live far away? Also, recall the moment I called my father the devil. This is all about to make sense now. So he was headed home from work, supposedly. I say that very loosely. He noticed that I hadn't cleaned the house. So yeah, it was safe to say that he was enraged. I could hear him yelling and ranting on for me to come downstairs right that minute. My mother decided to grace us with her presence of garbage can leftovers. As for myself, I had still been cleaning the entire damn house. Now yes, this is my fault. I should have left the bar sooner, but I didn't. I even had to clean the scrap from out of his sex cave bedroom. My mom must have wanted something from Dad, because she put on the charm that night. I know this is a very risky maneuver, but I decided to sneak out that night, once Dad, you know what, fuck it, I'll just call him Doche, had fell asleep on the sofa from passing out of alcohol poisoning. I knew he'd be out of it for hours, if not a day or two. So I spoke to my bestie Sylvia on speakerphone and told her, everyone's asleep, so I'm on my way over. Stayed in the northern part of the city, which was parallel to me living on the south side. She had a very nice, upscale Hispanic neighborhood, and her home was like a dream estate to someone like me. I arrived kind of later than expected, so she got in bed. To sleep on her sofa. I had so much on my mind. I wanted a life like hers, especially to be able to live on my own, but that's only a dream for now. Sylvia was my closest friend. She was super intellectual, proper, well-dressed, and kept a strict manner of herself and her standards. I always looked up to her, as she's 2 years older than me. Again, Then my childhood friend Tracy joined us at Sylvia's house. I was still asleep when she arrived in the morning. The two sat together in the kitchen to talk about Tracy's good news. I couldn't hear much of it as I was still asleep, but I could tell it was something exciting they were planning. Eventually, I had finally awoken to multiple voices coming into a fade in silence. I could see Tracy heading towards Sylvia's bedroom through the squints of my opening eyes. I followed her and sat down on the bed to talk. Once in the room with her alone, I addressed her to see if she remembered me. It was an awkward memory that made me sad, but I told her I was the young white girl who used to get picked on all the time, and that now my life isn't much better at all, if not worse than ever. Tracy sat down on the bed to comfort me verbally. I knew she was trying to help. She always did have a big heart. That's more than I could say for most. I tried telling her my big secret of having a crush on her when we were younger, and that I wanted to tell her for years, but I was afraid of her. She took it better than I expected, but clarified she's not into girls. I went on about how long I waited to tell her this, just for that result, which was devastating and embarrassing. She apologized for the letdown and left the room. I could tell I made it awkward, and she definitely needed time to think. Meanwhile, in the living room, I decided to join her and Sylvia, thinking maybe I could change her mind if she let me put on a show for her. I was so emotionally broken, but played a song on my phone and started dancing for her. I could tell she was becoming more uncomfortable by the second. She tried to put on fake smiles until the laughter became real. She was enjoying my performance, so I figured she wasn't exactly against girls dancing, just not dating. That same evening, Tracy had gotten to the computer to check her Space Crook page. She was suspicious of her boyfriend messing around with other women when she wasn't around, being that he wasn't as often either. Sylvia decided to prepare her specialty dish for lunch, while Tracy eventually discovered her boyfriend claimed that he just works a lot and that he's trying to pull in extra money to help the two of them. Must be nice, right? Sylvia offered her specialty dish to anyone willing to try it, but I'm not really into spicy foods, so I decided to come and make my own meal. Tracy was busy playing computer games, of still communicating with her boyfriend. Maybe it's just me, but I thought this was supposed to be a girl's time, and she paid more attention to her relationship than us. After a while, Tracy came across some girl who posted on her boyfriend's wall saying something about, "Thanks for the good last night." Needless to say, she blew up and spammed his inbox with all types of angry messages. We tried to calm her down, but she insisted that she's okay and she'll deal with his ass soon enough when she sees him again.